Our last Techniques and Technology Tuesday was about using My Big Campus to communicate with parents and students. Here are a few things you might have missed. To log on to My Big Campus, you're going to need to use the first part of your email. For many of you, that's your first name dot last name, and the same password that you use for your email. Then type in Summer Creek and choose it from the drop-down menu. Now you can log in. If you've never logged into My Big Campus before, the first page you'll get is a user agreement. Scroll to the bottom, push agree, and then you can log in. When you first log into My Big Campus, it pulls up your activity page. More about this later. Let's start by creating groups. Go to the Groups menu on the left-hand side, and we're going to create a new group. You're going to name your group. Usually, it's the teacher's name and the period. Then you can give it a description. Push Save when you're ready. Now you'll see the different features that you can work with in your group. Let's start with members, because you can't have a class without students. There are two ways to add members to your My Big Campus group. Using your student roster, you can start typing in a student's name, and the list of students will appear. Then just add user. It doesn't take very long to go through and add all your students this way. The second way that you can add students to your group is to let the students add themselves. This way, you go to Admin Options and edit your group. You will find a button in this first box that says Add Code. Push that to get a code for your group. This code is what you'll give to students to allow them to join the group themselves. Remember that each class period has a different group, so each group will have a different code. For students to add themselves to the group, you're going to have to instruct them in class how to do that. They'll go to their My Big Campus and go to Groups. Then they will go to Find a Group. Next, they will join by code. And finally, they will type in the code that you gave them and push Join. Once you have groups, there are many things that you can do in My Big Campus with your group. But let's just start with the most basic thing, and that is adding events to your calendar. Click on Calendar and create a new event. You can choose to create important events such as test dates or project due dates, or you can use your calendar every day and add each day's objectives. When you add events to your calendar, you're going to want to make sure that you're adding it to your group calendar. If you add it to your personal calendar, it will only show up for you. Once you add it to your group calendar, you can check all of the groups that you need to add this to. This might be all of your class periods or all of the class periods that have the same subject matter. When you check multiple groups, you only have to create the event once for all of those groups. Make sure that you give the event a title, and it will also need a description. Don't forget to check the date and the time for your events. If students have put their emails into My Big Campus, it will send them an email when you add events to your calendar. If you don't want it to send them an email, check this box before you push Save. Now your events will be added to the calendar. Also in your groups, you can add announcements. Just click on Announcement, type in what you would like to say. That way all the students in your group will be able to see what you'd like them to know. So that's Techniques and Technology Tuesday for student-parent communication through My Big Campus, groups, calendars, and announcements.